photograph define and change the mindset of many people. Here is my review of the documentary Photographic Justice, the Corky Lee story. So, the Photographic Justice, the Corky Lee story brings us to this full journey from his starts to his ends of the, the Photographic Justice brings us from the start to the end of Corky Lee, a very renowned Asian photographer that not only he brought his justice from his photographs, but as well made many changes to history itself by as well recreating a phenomenal picture of the anniversary of when a railroad tracks were finished, if I'm not mistaken. But instead of having many Americans, he had a lot of Asian Americans to recreate this picture. As well, this documentary not only brings his beginnings, but it brings sadly what happened to his ends. Why do I mention this? Because Corky Lee, being a renowned Asian American activist in his community, he made a lot of changes in the world, at least in his community, right? But the world knew that his photographs would change the world one day. The documentary grows from his beginnings, full from when he just started grabbing his camera, explaining how everything started, and as well how he wanted to portray all these pictures to make a change. Not only for his community, but as well to show the world what actually was going on with his photographs. There is a point that the director goes ahead and shows us that there's a moment in his career that nobody wanted to buy his pictures due to the fact that he brought so much controversy on his photographs. And I don't mean controversy in a wrong way. I mean controversy in the way that we usually are used to media just giving us the breadcrumbs or the nits and bits of what's going on around us. Corky Lee would go to ends meet to provide you the correct information from start to finish. And he dedicated his whole life to bring back to the community and as well to show the world how the world works and how everything ties to other things. Jennifer Takaki actually did get to meet Corley and went through if I'm not mistaken, in our interview, she mentions that this journey took upon, if I'm not mistaken, is 5 years plus to get every detail, to find every documentation, every story, every interview about Corky Lee. And not only that, I think that the pinnacle moment of this documentary is when we're reaching to its end. Why do I mention this? Corky Lee all the time thought that his photographs were just photographs. He was just doing it because it was his passion to provide correct information to everybody. But he never thought that he was going to be awarded, that he would have basically his own special holiday, the Corky Lee Day, and as well praised by not only Asian Americans, but as well for new fellow photographers and as well people in the entertainment industry. And when I mean entertainment industry, I mean news outlets. That's what I mean. Being the fact that Corky Lee not only didn't stop to document every minute of different festivals, situations that were happening, like riots or how you call it, not only riots but marches, he would document each and one of them to show the world the rawness of the situations or of the place. He states a lot that pictures should be seen, and every time that you would see one of his pictures, at least in the documentary, you will notice it. There is more to come to just that one picture. The documentary goes through his life in black and white and in color. It's very, very gorgeous viewing, as well with archival footage of different events that he attended, and as well award ceremonies where his pictures were posted. As well, Corky Lee is in one of in one book that is I think it's not the top 100. That's not the title, but it's a book where it puts like the most important photographers in the world, and Corky Lee has his own section with his pictures and everything. Corky Lee never thought that he was gonna get this famous, and not only famous that he's gonna be in a bunch of books. Not only that they do teach his they teach in universities photography under his name. Besides the fact the film brings so much knowledge in historical things, and as well the story of a photographer, because it is easy to just grab a camera nowadays, right? Grab a camera or your phone, take a couple of pictures, and you can post it online and sell them, right? But back in the day when there were film, the whole idea was that you would develop the film and take it to different places like that. People like that, news outlets would buy them like that. They can post them either in newspapers or on the news. Corky is, I would say, at least for what the director said, Corky is was a man that he always worried about his community and his family. The end of the documentary brings and touches upon the topic that we still today's date talk about, that is COVID. Corky documented how Americans as well mistreated Asian Americans due to the situation in hand. How stores had to close down early to evade any type of conflict or damage into their property. As well, not only that, Corky Lee sadly passes away on during COVID-19 because he did get COVID-19. This documentary for me was not only entertaining but informative. Knowing so many things of history that this man wanted to just portray and show was magnificent. As well, how they how they portray his life like he was still here with us was phenomenal. Because if it wasn't for the documentary, I would have thought myself that I was going to be sitting down with Corky Lee and the director of the film. Because the film does not mention that until the end. As well, it mentions a lot of things about his family, how he managed his career and his family in life. And not only that, he was loved by many people, and he changed a lot of people's lives with his photography. I can only say that the documentary is fun, is amazing. If you guys want to have like additional knowledge on photography or on American history or on Asian American history, this documentary is great for you. I think it will be available. I know that it will be available on all video on demand platforms, so check it out and give me your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel here at Reel In Films, and as well our website reelinfilms.com for more content in music, TV, and much more. Plus, comment below. Tell me, what documentary would you like me to check out? If I have not yet, if I already checked it out, just tell me. And tell me if you will go ahead and sit down and watch this documentary and give me your thoughts on the documentary. We will see you guys in the